my friends. You got Gord, your hurtin' hippie here, with more about YouTube and the demonetization debacle. We need to talk more about it. We need to talk because we need to force YouTube out of their little closet. Yes. If any of you have ever tried to contact YouTube, I bet you out of the couple thousand that follow me, 2 got a hold of them. In all my time with YouTube, once they replied to an email and basically said, we already told you that. They're very, very secretive, very, very quiet, and these changes they're making are bad for them. If it's bad for them, it's bad for us. If it's bad for us, it's bad for them, because they're just going to slowly kill the channel when the answer is really simple. I indicated to it in my last video about it, the demonetization debacle. I mentioned that really all they need to do is develop a system whereby they categorize better and force people into categories, and then advertisers can choose from multiple categories of content producers. I should have to say that my channel is promotion of education in the medical cannabis field, and people should be able to say, I want to advertise, or I want to stop my advertisements from going to that type of channel. A really great suggestion came on mine by JWBM 2016. It will be in the description below, but I'm going to read most of it because it's fantastic. It's along the ideas of what I was saying, but with so much more detail that if one of you Americans out there, because I'm Canadian, I can't do a petition against an American company, but you can. To start a petition, we'll all sign it if y'all agree with this, but this sounds like it makes sense. YouTube executives can resolve this vague regulatory mess by adopting the rating system of the broadcast network cable television industry, whose business model they want to emulate. Of course they want to emulate it. They're a production channel of video content. This would strengthen its successful freemium service, grow viewership and revenue, also retain and attract additional advertisers and content developers. Before we go a little further, I put a little bait out there to hold you on a bit while we have a quick medication moment. People have been asking about all the rigs I have. That's coming up on the Q&A soon. But cheers. Let's have a moment. That I just finished squishing was rosin. Grape God. Only squished at 11%. Not a great return. I won't be squishing that again. Next, I'm going to be squishing chemo. We'll get to my chemo soon. Let's go on with this. This system will concisely pair advertisers with content developers and drastically reduce demonetization with transparent and fair guidelines. Right now, everyone's got to admit, yes, I'm inserting my own words here, everyone's got to admit these guidelines are not only vague, they're unfair because they're not being applied equally amongst us all. 100% of my videos are going demonetized, and then I have to ask for it back. Then I'm getting some, so far maybe about a 40% return. They're saying, yeah, okay, that one's good. So I'm losing the original, all the clicks that happen because it takes them 4 or 5 days to respond. By that time, they remonetize and I get 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 clicks over the next couple of months. The majority of clicks happen in the first couple of days. If they demonetize before it's even hit the air, I got no chance. No chance. And that's not fair to any of us. Anyways, Content providers rate their channel by an age-specific designation. Television industry uses Y, Y7, Y7FV, G, PG, 14MA, and film uses G, PG, PG-13, R, and other such. Once the current rating is set, it is also done retroactively and automatically to all previous videos. YouTube markets to prospective companies the ability to choose where and what age-specific category they want their advertisement placed. The ad revenue is appropriated by designation. Content developers earn as they have traditionally within the framework already established by YouTube. And an example, a comedy channel, its creators have rated at 14, cannot be demonetized for profanity and sexually suggestive imagery as long as the content fits within the rating 14's well-dimensionalized parameters. Those ratings have strong parameters of when you've crossed into the next. If you rate your channel, mine would probably have to be 18 plus, and then I'd miss out on the few teens that do watch and get content out of it, but hopefully their parents will watch. I'm okay with losing a little bit if I gain the assistance to more people. But YouTube, its developers, advertisers, and viewers would all be well versed with each age-specific category. We'd all be playing on the same field. This makes a lot of sense. I'm going to word for word copy paste this in the description below. I really want you to spread it around with your fellow weed tubers or whatever tubers they tend to be, because it's a lot of us getting hit. And one of you, please develop a petition within the parameters of what works with companies out there with this attached as a suggestion moving forward. There has to be something better, because I am sure, I've said it, I keep saying it, YouTube is speaking for its advertisers. I do not believe they're speaking to their advertisers, because yes, some will back them and say, yeah, I just want cat videos on YouTube. That's all I want, and I want them all to see my ad. But you know what? A lot of people want to get in on those people who swear every second word, or those people who get real mad at politics and stuff like that. They want to get their information to those people, and under current YouTube policies, they aren't going to, except if YouTube turns their eye, and that shouldn't be. It should be a fair playing field for providers and for advertisers and for YouTube. I want YouTube to do well. YouTube, there's no other place that I can store my videos where my friends and family can watch me, where I can even make a tiny bit of income. I want that to continue. I do. But I want it to continue on a fair basis, where a person doing exactly the same as me isn't making more than me, and I'm not making less than he for the exact same thing. It needs to be fair. And advertisers need to be able to have better tools, because currently they don't. Better tools to reach their target audiences. They should be able to pick as many paths as they want, right down to the granularity of the actual provider. Like me, if somebody says, I want to advertise on Gord Birch's channel, then it should be monetized. But right now they don't have that choice. So it's YouTube who has all the power. Advertisers, if any of you see this, please go after YouTube. Content providers, us, producers, keep at them. Keep at them. None of this is written in stone. It's written in sand. We know what happens with sand. The wind comes along, it'll change the contours. Peace and cheers. And a big shout out to JWBM 2016. Fantastic write-up. It's going to be below. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony.